I am just south of Sioux Falls, South Dakota by
Canton,
South Dakota, at a livestock auction. And while we were going to go to the stockyards to see more of the old stuff, I thought it would be worthwhile to see how modern cattle is being handled.
I think this is actually called like the Sioux Falls Regional Livestock Auction or something like that. Okay, this is the arena.
And maybe you could show some of the seats there too. And it stinks really bad in here because of the animals. They're just on the other side of the line. You can't see them here, but they're just outside here.
They have televisions up there now, AJ. You're getting high tech here. Okay, this arena isn't really that very big at all. It looks like they run them in one side and out the other door. Still in the arena, this is the seating area. There's 3 sections, left and a right wing, and then mid-section here. There's a gentleman outside that said it was okay to come into the arena, which was pretty nice.
You'll have to help me down the stairs.
AJ's front row and center.
Yeah.
Look at the tag colors. Yellow heifers, red solid mouth, green broken mouth, and white is older. So they tag them when they come in, so you know what you're buying.
All dirty.
I wonder if this thing is a scale.
Finally, okay? Oh, okay.
And so I've always been interested in the history, so I kind of got interested in the stockyards from there because they had a massive industry at one point. I was able to see from the aerial photos and stuff, so I just like to study it.
Can you say that again on camera? Can I tape you?
I don't care. I don't know what you want me to say.
This way. So did you hear him say that both of these are scales?
Yeah.
Now we got monitors up here. This here, it'll show how many head, what you weigh, what's on the scale. This in here, it's showing buyer's number, how much you brought, that kind of stuff. So.
Cool.
Yep, those are hydraulic doors. They open by that little electric.
That's why we came up during the week. Actually, AJ wants to go to one of the auctions at the stockyards.
Friday, we got one here Friday when I come back.
Yeah?
Yeah. Starts at noon. Overbred cows and cantor+siouxfallscattleauction pairs.
I don't know, I'm afraid AJ will buy a steer or a heifer or something.
No, I'm not gonna buy anything.
My dad farmed long enough to go that he had a little.
There's a sheep right there.
Oh, yep. Watch out for the doo-doo.
Yeah.
That what? What else do you like to do? Besides go to the stockyards. There's one in Jackson, Minnesota. That's on a Saturday. That's every other Saturday. They got sheep, goats, and horses. But that's about an 8-hour auction.
AJ's all about history.
Yeah.
Books, World War II, stockyards, railroads.
Railroads is another big thing I'm into.
Oh,
Really?
God.
And in Omaha, there's a lot of, aside from my building which I live in, which is huge, there's a lot of old buildings and railroad stuff. So that's how I kind of got interested in it. I wanted to, what it used to look like.
In Canton there, it's got a lot of railroad history.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Not, you go south of, they just picked it up and moved away from the track.
Oh, yeah.
Now they turn it into a museum, so.
They take a lot of, I don't know about here, but in our area, they take a lot of those old, where the trains aren't going anymore, and pull out the tracks and make them walking trails.
Yeah.
Well, actually, you can't do that because I'm still alive.
Still running?
Oh,
But he drives me nuts because we have to look for where the railroad used to run.
I like
You know,
abandoned
you
tracks
see
where
a
you
piece
put
of a bridge or something like
Sure.
that. It's hard to track it down sometimes.
Yeah.
Hey Jay, do you see that black and white one there with the kind of spots? That's a Holstein. There's different, like, I don't know what you call them, classifications, categories, whatever. Do what? It's all right.
I should have found you a cleaner spot to walk, but
Yeah.
When
I'm
I was
trying
a
not to
kid,
get too dirty because we gotta go eat here after this.
hey Jay, when I was a kid, I had to be the gate watcher, and it was so deep and muddy that when I tried to step, I came out of my boots.
so you know the difference between brown sweats and jerseys and that kind of stuff?
I don't really know any of that stuff. I was just kind of looking to see. I don't really know anything. That's why I'm kind of walking around to see.
I'll teach you.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if I got any more dairy cows around here. Probably not. You're gonna walk in here, right? Come over here.
Lots of gates.
If I had $1 to us on a gate, I'd be a rich man right now.
They're calling
This barn was only 3 years old, and it took 8 businessmen to come up with about $8 million for it.
Well,
You're okay. The milk cows will get used to just coming from the pen and going to the barn. So like if they're here and the barn's over there, you open the gate and they'll just walk the path.
Oh, yeah.
Get them in their stall. Jay, you think this is all glamorous, but when you have to live on the farm and do chores, it's not so cool.
Yeah, when you milk cows, you gotta be there 7 days a week, twice a day.
yeah.
And then you want to go out to the movies with your friends and your dad makes you go into the hog house right before you're ready to leave. It's not pretty, AJ.
Which, this barn here,
Wow. This is neat.
Yep.
I don't know how else to show you.
Yeah. I think
We're
we're
going
good.
inside the office itself, or you just made it to the arena and that's it?
We just went into the arena.
Yeah.
I just want to take you back in there. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I mean, we didn't expect to make you give us a tour, but it's very nice of you.
Yeah, that was very nice.
And listening to that noise, so you know how to do the moo. It's not just a moo. You gotta drag it out. That's a freshman, watch out.
I want to.
You know what a queen is, don't you?
Know what a what?
A queen?
No, I don't know any of it.
A queen is usually a twin.
Sorry. Grandpa Bob started getting rid of some of the livestock. You know, he had a little of this and a little of that, and farmers started concentrating kind of on one thing, and it changed.
Yeah, that's why I call them 4 season guys. That's why I got 4x4 on the side of the pickup, 4 weeks of spring, 4 weeks of fall, and I don't do anything the rest of the year.
Grandpa used to tell about a ram, a goat, a billy goat, a male, that would always bump into everything. You know, like charge it. Tried to charge a train one time. He didn't make it. close that door?
I'll get it.
Oh, I can do it. It just seems so nice and cool in here. I wondered if it was supposed to be closed.
Oh, that's from the concrete is building.
Oh, it's just naturally cool. Nope. You know, Uncle Robert would probably take you to a livestock auction with him sometime.
Yeah.
He gets goats and stuff still once in a while.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Brandon.
There's one I get some gospel dogs here.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
This is where the buyers hang out. I don't know what that is. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
There's the south. And we got a little computer thing that tells us the weather.
Well, this is a really nice facility.
Yeah.
So, are you here all by yourself? You have to stick around and make sure they all have
Oh, I usually stick
feed and
around.
water?
That, I try and help out and of course, if you go through this machine, it'll tell you the prices of the corn and actually the stocks amount of the Chicago board, you know, it'll tell you the trade, if things are going up or going down. So,
We've been to where the stockyards used to be in Chicago as well.
oh really?
And there's pretty much like part of their
There-
gate left and that's
There's
it.
nothing left at all except
Fire,
the
right?
gate. Yeah.
It's fire.
Yeah.
From what I hear, there's a brand new one up by this Minneapolis.
Like an auction site?
Yeah, there'll be a stockyard just like this.
So stockyards is in the like the newer auction place instead of like the old
Yeah,
traditional
but just like
stockyards.
this one, but I don't know if it'll be the same design or not, but.
Cool.
You want a glass of water?
No,
I'm good.
I'm good.
Yeah. Well, that was awesome. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you very much, sir, for that.
Yeah, you can come right out here if you want to.
Yeah.
Where are you guys going to eat at? Sioux Falls?
Family at the Pizza Ranch in Cantor.
Actually,
Trying to do that and do some railroading and stuff tomorrow.
I have a couple of people involved that my sister and her husband live by the water. They saved a few miles from there. Well, is there anything else you want me to videotape? This is the unloading docks. Okay, we're in Canton, South Dakota now. This building is the backside of that pizza ranch and a little strip, a grocery store, like a little strip area of stores. And this is where Bert at the auction told us where the stockyards used to be. It's behind here. There really isn't any evidence of it, but it's right by the train tracks and the an elevator, and they have this huge storage area, open, top open for corn. There's no corn in it right now, but looks like this big corn storage thing is where the stockyards at Canton used to be. There's the train tracks back in there with the railroad train, whatever. And here is part of the elevator. Wow, look at this staircase. It's all the way up there. That's one big metal staircase. This is one of the bends to the west, and in this cluster there's this one. This kind of double tall section here, and then this one over here on the left. There's some more bins. Here's one of those, like this open one we saw, but it has a cover on it, so I'm assuming there's grain in it. Some newer bins over there. Another elevator. And there's another storage, open storage thing at the bottom. That seems to be the new way they're storing the grain. How many tracks do you see here, AJ? At least 3.
Yeah, there's 4 altogether. I think there's more. I've seen more on the other side.
This is that open grain storage thing. You can see how big it is because there's 2 semi-trailers back in there. And they don't even look big in this whole enclosure for grain storage. Wow, they can get a lot of grain in there. And they have 3 of them here, plus all the elevators. Here's a, what do you call this, a spur, AJ?
A spur track, yeah.
There are the main ones down there. Curves up around this bend. This is one of the, we call this the newer cluster. And then you go straight over into that little building with the door. Maybe they have one of the small engines or something they keep in there. There's even more grain bins in this cluster than what you could see from the other side. Here's one across the street. The tracks are still there in the background, and this is the back side of this, of the newer bins. There's a couple more back here that we couldn't see from over there. For a town of 3,100, there's a lot of grain operations going on here. Appears to be an old water tower. Says, well, tower of some sort, water, I guess, Dakota fertilizer. I don't know if they have something else in that tower or if that is water for that fertilizer plant, what appears to be fertilizer plant over there. Well, there's definitely more tracks over there by the elevator, but right here there's a pair. We'll go a little bit further in the street and there's another one. But there's all these little sides for this elevator. As you can see down there, there's more. This is looking to the west now. The other view is to the east. Actually, this goes into 1 right here, from 2 to 1. There's some sections of railroads there with the ties already intact. It's interesting that they do them like in a group. This is the 3rd rail that we crossed, still looking to the east. Correction, to the west. This is looking back east now toward the elevators again. This was the Dakota fertilizer tower. At least one spur after that. I think there's a lot of spurs here. I think when it's all said and done, there's only one track that leaves here. But I'm not sure. Looks like there's a lot of activity right here for the grain bins, but when they leave the town, I think it all turns into one.
We had the location wrong before. This looks like it was a location of the stockyards. It's just a little bit further behind the pizza ranch on the other side of the railroad tracks. It says private property, so I'm not sure how close we're gonna go, but you can see up in the distance a building that says livestock market, and there's some posts that were apparently for the cattle pens. We're a bit closer and you can see the unloading chutes, or what used to be the unloading chutes for the stockyards. More of the stockyards area. We're not sure if this is a place that came later or if this was the actual stockyards that functioned originally, but it was some sort of cattle place at one point anyway.
The livestock anyway. It looks like it was probably the original version of what they had for stockyards here in Canton anyway. People are dumping old furniture here now.
Yeah.
The reason I think it was probably the original thing is because Bert at the other auction told us there were just like posts and stuff back here, so.
And a lot of the buildings are really old style and functioning and look like they functioned in the old way of handling cattle.
Some really old lights. We're just in the back side here of, there's the train track on the south side and the elevators. Very close to the railroad track. This is the train looking to the, same train looking to the east. Yeah, from where we saw the train, there's another set of tracks on the south side that we couldn't see when we first filmed the train. This is still Canton, South Dakota. May 20th, 2009. It's the other side of the loading chutes now, where you can see they're kind of like little ramps, basically. These look more like steps. Yep, that's what they were. For loading and unloading. Train is on the north side of this. We're at the south, looking to the northeast. You know, the roofs on this building and that other building don't look that old, actually, compared to the building. And the deli Sergio is the same. She's kind of... This is the seating for the arena at Sioux Falls Stockyards. This is May 21st, 2009. Here's the arena. Yourselves.
And I can try to look for somebody outside.
This is also scale, just like that other livestock auction. It's hard to tell, but you can see the groove right here. This is the catwalk on the south side of the cattle arena, looking underneath it. This is the south side of the exchange building here at Sioux Falls Stockyards. They have a lot of the old wooden parts of the pens left. Metal gates, but wood pens. AJ, are these blue buildings the hog confinement, I think? There's John Morrell and Company across the street. There's a watering trough.
Yeah.
See how they have the hay up there and the bales?
Yeah.
They can put down for them when they need to.
Oh, I see.
This is the only way to see it from up here.
Yeah.
Did it force you to go up the catwalk?
Yeah.
We're not even all the way up to the top level of the catwalk.
We are on the catwalk at the stockyards in Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
Sort of. We're just barely above the pins.
I know.
This is one of the last stockyards left, or the last one, but it's very small still. The camera is reaching the ends of the pens. They have cattle, sheep, and hogs all right here in this little area. Bunch of loading chutes, or unloading chutes, as the case may be. Over here, this is looking to the southeast. like there's about half a dozen of them. There's AJ. He doesn't want to come up to the actual catwalk up here. He's just on this little short one between these two pens. He's pretty much glued right there. AJ, come on up, Tiger. Come get ya. These blue barns are the hog barns. Two, three, four, five, six of them. And I think over there, where between this brown building and the blue one, you can kind of see a little bit of a rooftop. I believe that's a sheep barn. That one in the back. One years and years ago. They finally closed it down, and then the Sioux City Exchange building burned down as well then later, which was a shame. On the south side of the cattle arena on the catwalk. These look like holding pens to go into the arena. Or something along those lines. They're long and narrow. Falls Park is back over this way in the background there. Cathedral up there. Railroad tracks run sort of from the south to the north. No, they're mostly east and west. They're a little bit angled. So from where we're looking at them, going on over here to the right, they'd be kind of headed to southwest a little bit, mostly west. I think they take a curve before very long though to the south. Here's the boot wash. It looks like it's back in there almost. Oh, like behind, to the right of that trash can, like a little kind of shower area for your boots.
Oh, I see.
I'll have to send you there for your shoes.
All right, Jerry. Okay, out of Garrison, South Dakota. Bull. Okay, go ahead. Wait, 705, go.
80 bucks.
80 bucks, half. 80, another bit half. 80, you're not, have another 80, now money's in, boy. 80, half one. 81, another now, half, two, now, half, now, three, another 54, 4, now, half. 84, now, five, half, 6. 83, now, 6 half, 79, 89, 91, 2. 92, 3, 4, 5, 95, now, $97, $7, 6 half, 92, 96 half. So 96 bucks, 470.
Is this a secret? I need to come up there? I can't reach over here. Yeah.
Oh, we're scared, of course.
No, this is your thing. Let her out. His mother just had her 11th colt. Level calf.
Okay. Chester.
Give that a good calf. Now there.
Buck boy, one. Dark here, another one. Dark here, another one, another one, another one, Dark here, another one, two. Dollar, 1, 2, $1, 2, 3, $1, 2, 3, 4. 4 here, another 4, another 4, another 5, another 5, another 5, another 5, another 10 here, another 5, another 10. 5 here, another 10, another 5, another 10, another 5, 10, another 5, 6. So buck 5, total 357.
Yes, Jeff. Why don't you guys go help me some City girl, guys take city. How many you got?
All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a couple hundred deers on guarantees between buyer and seller. All bulls, every cut, test tag, paid for by the buyer. Any open cows, open heifers, can I go back for breeding? Same thing with bulls, can I go back for breeding, but slaughter only. Three head, man.
Don Simon's the cattle ready for South Chester.
Okay, South Chester, boy.
34 drafts of them, they're all home raised, they all come in yesterday.
Okay, came in yesterday, boy. 693.
There's only 3 of them that
98.9. Hey, here now, 99. 98 here now, 99.99. $98 now, $99 where? 98 here now, 99.99. 98. 95 half, 95 half, 95 half, money bet. 95 now, have $1 now, see it, $1 now, have $1.96 half. 97 now, 7 now, half, 97 half. 70 here now, half, 97 8. 88 now, have $1 now, 99 now, half, 9 half buck. Now $1, now half, $1 half. Now $1, half, $1. $1 here, now $1 half. $1 half, 2. 2 $2 now 1 every no 2 half. 2 half 3. 2 no 2 every no 3 both out. 2 every no 3. So 5 2 50 for 801. 801. Thank you.
Ever's right off.
Ever's right off. Ever's right off.
They're all home raised, the heifers will be open.
All right, gonna be open.
About 3 drafts of them, there's 5 back heifers.
Hey, nice little cut here, boy.
These cows are nice heifers, 91.
91 2. 91 2. 91 to no 2. 200 no 200 no 91 2. 200 no 91 to no 92. 91 2. 91 1 half. 91 to no 1 to no 1 half. 88 half. 8 half. Money bid. 8 half. 88 no 80 now half. Have another half 9. 89 now half 9 half. 90 half 1. 91 2 200 no 2 no 1 half.
Heifers, boys.
They're our open?
Yeah.
You bet. 92 half. 2 half. 92 no 200 no 3 another 54 4 there's no 4 pulled out. 94 4 half 5. 95, $5, $4 half, $5, 94 after now, 95 half, 5 half, 6, down, $10, $95 half, you're out, 2, 6 half, 6 here, half, 7, 97 now, have $1, 97 a half, 97 a half, 97 half, go to 97 5, 150, 150.
It's CrossFit happens right off.
Spread efforts right off.
Same deal.
Spread efforts right off.
Yes, sir. 88.
89. 80 here now, 89. 88 here now, $9,999, $9, $88 here now, $89. $89,999 right off, same story here. 8 half. 8 here now.
Whoa, what's the matter? Late one.
Okay, wow. 88 half. 8 here now, have another. Now 9, thank you. 8 half here now, 89. 89 now, have another now, 90. 1 now, 2, 92, 3, 4. 4 here now, bid 5. 96, $7. 96 half, 7. Now half, 97, 8. 8 here now, 97, 8. 7 here now, 8 half. 8 here now, $100 now, 99, $9, now half. 99 half, 5. Now $9 half, $99 half, flexible, 99 half, 361, 361. Alright, here we go, boys. It's going to be a little lane.
Fire just the way it says.
60 hot 1. 60 on the bid 1. 60 on the bid 1. 60 on the bid 1. 60 on how much? 50 bucks. 1, 2, 3. 53, 4, 4, 5. 55, $55, 56, $6, 55, $6, where's up? 80, now 961. 60, 200, 4, 4, 5, 5, $7, 8, now 9, now $30, 1, 2. 32, 2, 200, 2. 31, 2, 31, 2. 31 bucks, 0, 1, 0, 1. All right.
3 big hammers right up there.
3 big hammers, same range.
Sure. Keep in mind they will be open.
It'll be on.
Overnight, this is last night. 84.
84, 5, 4 here.
Got a lot of hammers behind, boys.
Jay,
Come on.
84, 5, 4 here now, 85 where? 84, and then 5, 5, and then 5, and then 84, and then 84, 4 half, 84 half, 84 half, 84, and then 4, and then 84, and then 50, 80 bucks, half, 1, 2, 3, 83, and then 4, 3 half, 83, and then 4, 4, 4, and then 54, 55, 5, 5, and then 1 half, 6, 83, and then 6 half, 6 half, 86 half, 7, 87, another half, 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 7, 7, 8, 88, 7, 8, 87, every number, 8, every number, 88 bucks, so 87, 50, 1, 4, 71.
Yeah.
All right.
Jay, you told me these cattle had no implant and they're all natural? These Jay Nevin cattle, granted they're Northern right?
Hey, Northern.
Jay's sitting right
Jay's
there.
here.
They're all natural?
All natural, where's the pie?
Has
$4, $5, $4 half, $4 half, where? $4 every no, $5, $4 half, bid $5, $4 every no, $5, now half, where? $5 half, $5 half, $5 every no, $5 half there, $5 every no, $5 half, $6, $5 half here, now $5 here, now $5, 75, $6, $5 to the $5 now, $6, where? $5 to the $5 now, $5, $75, $6. So $5, 75, 357. 8 from on 87.
Hold it while you open the tape, or otherwise I can open it.
I'll show you the half steer.
Sorry?
There's about 50 of these cattle altogether.
It's going to be about 50 ounces inside.
Gary paint cattle.
Oh, you bet, Jerry Pink Cattle.
There Eastern Trent.
He's the trend.
Gary, where you at?
There he is, Jerry. There he is.
They all come in yesterday.
Came in yesterday.
They've never had an implant.
Never had an implant.
Absolutely open.
Open.
There's enough draft of black heifers and enough draft of crushed.
Okay. Hey, you bet. Cattle Lake 760, man. 760. Gonna be open. 85, 6. 85, 6. 85 and now half. 85 here now, here now. Have another hand. 85 half. 85 here now. Have another 85 here now. 5 and now 5 half wire. 85 here now. Have another 5 half. 2 half 3. 83, 2 half here now. 83 where? 82 half here now. 83, $3, 2 half, 83. 2 half here now. 85 half. Money's in. Now half. Now 1. 81 where? 81 now half. 81 here now. Have another now 2 half. 82 now 2 back now 3. 83 another 53 another 54 4 then no 4 another half. 84 half 4 half 5. 85 then no 4 after now 85 half 5 half. 85 5 half quarter half. 85 half 5 75 5 half 75 5 75 85 5 half 75 5 75 half. 85 all the foul now 6. 86 another quarter. 86 another no quarter. 86 another no quarter. 86 another no quarter. 86 another no 625. So 86 bucks for 1 4 7 2 bring it. OBD.
I'm tapping on a message on the telegraph.
And they weigh 874, 81 box half. 1 here now half. 81 here now, another half, another half, 1 half, 81 half, 81 half. 81 here now, another 1 half, 81 half, 81 now, another 81 half. 81 here now, 8 box half. 80 half 1. 81 money just boys, 80 half, 81 half, 81 half 2. 82 81 half now, 82 now, have another 82 half. Quarter half, 2 half, 82 half, 75, 2 75, 83, 83, quarter, 83 now, have another 3 half. 3 quarters to give half, 3 here now, half 75, 3 half here now, 75, 4, 84, another where, 84, quarter, 84, another quarter now, have another 84 half, 75, 84, 75, you know, 5, another quarter, 85, you know, 5, quarter, 5 half, 85 half, 85 half, 85 half, 85, you know, 5 half, 85, 5 to the 5, 86, another quarter, 86, no quarter, 6 half, 86 half, 75, 6 half here, 75, 75, 75, 7, $87, $7 where, 6, 7, here now, 87 bucks. So it's 86, 75, 336, Brigham, OPT.
I need a good set of crushed red heifers, boys.
Oh, look at here. Hey, to where? Hey, do you want to know, do you want to know what I know, do you want to know, have, 3. Hey, do you want to know, 54, 54, 55, $5. Now, quarter, me, $5, $5. Hey, $5, $5, 55, $5, say another $2 quarter. Hey, do you want to know, quarter, maybe quarter, half. 86, half, 55. 86, every enough, 75, 7, 5. Now, 7 quarter. 7 here, 7 quarter, half, 87, half, 75. 8, 700, 75. 8, another quarter. 8, you're no quarter. Now, half, 75. 75, 9, 89, another 85, now $9, 89, now 10, 89, 20, 89, now 10, 20, 30, 39, 39, 40, 9 here, now 40, half $1, 89, now 49, half, 60, 9, half, 69, 79, 70, sold at 89, 60, 473, 473.
There's a heifer right off.
Heifer right off.
Same deal.
Same deal.
It's gonna have one eye. Just go. I'm just the way it's here. Same deal. She's never had an implant. She'll be open. 75.
75, half. 5 here now, have another. 5 here now, 10 here now, have another 5 half. 5 here now, 10 here now, have another 5 half. 75 half, 75, 50 half. 5 here now, 10 here now, have another 5 half, 75 half, 75. Half 1, thank you. 70 half 1, 70 half here now, 70, 50 give 1, 70, 50, come on, 4, 7, 1.
That's all I'm getting. Thanks, Gary.
Thanks, Gary. Thanks, Gary. Thank you.
This is nice to see though, because like I said, this is like the last bit.
Everything out here.
Casey, did we give you that help paper? Yeah, you did. Casey Hall, what's this?
All fifth now.
They come from over there to Bellevue, Minnesota.
Bellevue, Minnesota.
Home range.
You'll have this Vision Sound Festival. Not here, boys, worm, you got.
Casey, am I right? They've never had an implant?
No implant.
They will be open.
Next will be open too, boys. Orders of 5.
They're tagged and ready to go.
Tag ready to go, 792 they weigh.
Yes, sir. 81.
81, 5 half. 1 here now, half. 1 half, 2, thank you. 81 half, 2. 80, you got enough, 1 every no, do, now, half, 3, another 50. 80, you got enough, 3 up your no, 4, down, 54, quarter. Yes, they're open. 4, quarter, half. 4 half, 75 high. 85 no quarter, 5 half, 5 half. 85 no quarter, 5 half, 75. 5 to the 5 another quarter. Now half, 86 half, 75. 6 half, 75, 7. 87 another, 7 now. 7 quarter, 87 half. 7 75, 8. 8, another 8 quarter. 88 quarter, make half. 88 half, 75, 9. 89 $9, 89 9 quarter. 89 half. 9 half, 75. 9 80. 90 $90 where? 90 here again, 95. Total 89, 336, Brigham OBC.
It's 10 of them. 10 of them, almost 90 apiece.
Okay, to the line, never came right back.
It's 900
Orders of
bucks.
5.
98.
98 here now, $99, now $99. 98 here now, $9, 98 here now, 99, 30. 98, 9, 5. $99 now. $99 $99 here now, $1. $1 here now, $1, $1, $1, $2. $2 and now 3, 2, 3, 5, 3, 4, $4, $4. 3 half, 4 sir, 4 half, 4 That's all that. Thanks. Nice cattle. There you go. Walnut Grove.
They came in here yesterday. I need something green, boys. We got them here a little wet. Okay, ready to go.
Hey, ready to go.
600 good demonstration. Green is you ever gonna buy? Anybody?
95, half. 90 on the bid half. 90 here now, getting here now, have another 90, 90 here now, have another 90, money down. 90 on the bid half. 90 on the 50 here now, have another 90, 90 now, have another there boy. 90 on the 50 here now, half, money down. 90, another 90 half. 90, half one. 92, 91, 92, 3, 93, 4, another 5. 95, nothing, 90, 90, 98, another 8, $99, $99, $1, $2, $2, half, 3, half, $4, 54, 55, $5, $4 after $5, $4 after $5. So the clock 4 half of 1, 361, 361.
Have to change out the battery.
Thank you.
We should have taken the stuff out and carried it.
Got a grass steers here out of Idaho, Minnesota.
Out of Idaho, Minnesota.
From outside grass, they have 7 way and 4 way.
And the 7 way and the 4 way.
Oh, yeah. Got a green steers. Overnight.
All overnight, you know. Weighing 712.
Dollar bill.
Dollar bill bone, dollar bill bone, dollar bone, dollar bone, dollar bone, dollar bone, dollar bill bone, dollar bone, dollar bone, dollar bone, dollar bone, dollar bill bone, dollar bone, dollar bone, dollar bone, dollar bill bone, dollar bone, dollar bone, dollar bill bone, dollar bill bone, dollar 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 bill bone, dollar bone, dollar bone, dollar bone, dollar bill bone, dollar bill bone, dollar bone, dollar bone, dollar bone, $98 hand, $98 a hand, $99 hand, dollar bill hand, dollar bill hand, and all dollar bone hand, dollar one and a half, and a two, dollar bill hand, dollar bill and a half, now $3, $3, $3, $3, $3 hand, dollar $3 and a half, dollar $3 and a half, and a $4, dollar $4 hand, dollar $4 hand, dollar $4 hand, dollar $4 and a half, and a $5, dollar $5 hand, dollar $5 and a hand, dollar $5 and a half, 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 dollar $quarter now half, dollar $5 and a quarter now half. You both out. $5 and a half on $75, $6. You're both out, $6 quarter, $6 and a quarter, now two, $6 quarter, $6 and a quarter, $6 and a quarter, $6 and a quarter, $6 and a hand, $6 and a hand, $6 and a hand, $6 and a hand, $6 and a half, $6 and a quarter and a half, $6 and a half, $6 and a quarter and a half, $6 and a half, $6 and a quarter and a half, $6 and a quarter and a half, both $6 and a quarter by $3.59.
That's all of them.
Wow, that was interesting.
Now we got 7 little Holsteins. Cantor. Santa Cruz, Santa.
Cruz got one again, Lauren's here.
85.
85 6, 85 the ticket, nothing, 85 the ticket, 85 the ticket,
Take a look, boys. Nice sunball skin.
Right down low, 83 and a half and a board, 84, 84, 84, 83 and a half and a board, 83 and a board and a half, 84 down and a half and all 5, 85 and a half, 85 and a half, 86 and a half and all 7, 86 and a half and all 7, 87, 87, 87, 87, 86 and a half and all 7, 87, 87, 86 and a half and all 7, boom, 86 and a half, fire number 151.
Thank you, Sam.
That's all I have, thanks, Sam. Have the Express 5, have the booster, have the Velcro and port are absolutely open.
2.
82 down to 3, 82 down to 3, 83, money's in, thank you, 82 down to 3, 82 down to 3, 82 down to 3, money's in around the road, 82 down to 3, 82 down to 3, 82 down to 3, 82 down to Mary, looking here, 82 to 3, 82 down to 3, 82 down to 3, 82 and a half, 82 down and a half, 82 down and a half, 82 and a half, y'all done 82 down and a half, 82 down around, 82 and a half on 3, 83 to 83 and a half, 83 down 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 and a half, total 83 bucks by number 336, 336. Breakable PT, breakable PT. Yard them all left comes out of the
One right off of, little stiff.
little stiff on the one leg. 80 down the home, 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 70 bucks home, 70 down the 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 home, 70 $60 one. 60 $1, 61, 61, 61, 61, 61, 61, $60 $1. Not that bad. $60 $1, $60 $1. 60 $1, 61, 61, 61, $60 $1, 61, 61, 61, $60 $1. 55 6. 50 100 no say 50 100 what are you using 55 6 55 money same thing 50 100 6 50 100 7 57 57 57 50 no 9 59 no 60 no 60 no 1 61 2 now 30 60 30 60 30 60 no 30 60 30 60 30 60 30 60 30 no 30 60 30 60 30 62 30 so 62 bucks by number 801.
Want to bid on something?
No.
big string cattle coming next week for you.
We're done.
A few people have left already, but there weren't very many people here. I'm not sure what this little building is. Maybe the scale.
Oh, maybe.
Yep, you can
Before-
see the edge of it there by the gate.
Before I get on the CRV, I'll have to grab the other battery real quick out of my bag.
Walking from the cattle arena back to the exchange building. Here's John Morrell on the left.
This is Sioux Falls, South Dakota Stockyards Cattle Arena. This market information says that.
This is loading and unloading for the hog division, and this is on the very north side of the entire stockyards, and just to the south of the John Morrell. John Morrell is right across the street. Waiting for hogs to slaughter, apparently, to process.